Hi, loved ones, and welcome to another episode of Fascinating Womanhood, the book review. We are still reviewing this book, we are still in it. I've been learning a lot, I've been revived, in many areas, and yeah, here we go. The topic that we are going to discuss today is make him number one. Okay, and we are going to start with the things that women often put before their husbands. And then number one is children. So the book says that this can cause a man to feel like he doesn't want more kids if the arrival of a bundle of joy makes him feel neglected. And then these are examples of how we put we put our children first. Number one is a place of residence. Uh, Sometimes maybe you want to move to a new place, and in your actions and your speech you actually show him that the children's convenience comes first, be above his own convenience. And then the second thing is time and attention. you know your husband is not supposed to feel like be beyond or besides his paycheck, besides the money that he brings in the house, you don't need him. And then the other one is money and things. Sometimes we can actually demand more than he can afford for the sake of the kids, and that communicates to him that he doesn't come first because he'd rather be stressed than our kids to be denied of certain things. And then the other one is interest and thoughts. Do you have an ear? It says, do you have an ear for what? For your husband's desires? Or is it always the children this, the children that? Okay, number two of what we usually put before our husbands is homemaking. So, but the home is supposed to be comfortable for the family, not the other way around. The home, it says the home is supposed to serve the family, not the other way around, not the family serving the home. Okay, and then your homemaking should have an intention to make your family comfortable. It should be for their comfort, not to please yourself. Then it makes an example of a certain movie called Greg's Wife. I've never watched the movie, but the example says that this lady put her homemaking above her husband to such an extent that he felt neglected and he left. And on the day that he left, he actually scratched the ground, I guess with the bag. And then the woman, instead of crying that the man left, she sat on the floor and cried for the floor. Yeah, so there is just an example of how far it can get. And then they say create a home and not a showroom. The castle is not more important than the king that dwells therein. Number three of what we usually put first is appearance. Okay, so if you spend more time on your appearance and neglect him, it might seem as if you are doing all those things to please other people or for other reasons and not him. And then if you put number four is parents, I can say parents or any other thing besides parents, like friends and all that. If you put your friends first or your parents first, like want to spend more time with them than him. And then number five is success and money. Number six is your career. This I find to be quite important because the woman can earn more than the man or have a higher position than him at work. And in this case, it is important for you as a woman to assure him that he comes first, and with your words and with your deeds as well. The book also advises that you should be willing to sacrifice something at work if you have to assure him with your deeds that he comes first. Like if you have to, let me say he's sick or something and you have a very important meeting, you can actually sacrifice that. just to make sure that he knows that you will be there for him. That was just my example. I hope it makes sense. Okay, now for the best part, when he comes home. This is my favorite part. It says that the best time to prove to your man that he's number one is when he comes home from work. So it says you should have, these are the tips. Have all your housework and other things out of the way by the time that he comes home. Number 2, be well groomed, look nice, smell good. And then number 3, greet him with a smile. Number 4, don't let your children rush to him with all their problems before he has recuperated. Teach them that to allow him to recuperate, to eat, to settle down before they come with their problems. The book says that this will give him peace of mind and make him look forward to coming home at the end of every day. Okay, and let's read a piece from page 129. It says, as I have said before, men are seldom driven to a mistress because of sex passions. It is usually her ability to feel an emotional need to make him feel appreciated and important. And I've heard a lot of people say that if he doesn't want to stay, he won't stay. And I totally agree. If he doesn't want to stay, he won't stay. But sometimes it is because of our own actions. And it is important sometimes to check ourselves. Okay, then I would like to end this episode with a quote from this book. It says, if you treat him like a king, he will treat you like a queen. Don't put the comforts and whims of your children ahead of your husband's basic needs. Okay, and then I will write the assignment but the assignment is short and sweet this time. I'll write it in the description box. And thank you for staying with me till this far. I'll see you in the next one.